Hello everyone and welcome to Tournament 11 of Next Level Jumping. We are back with another 50 competitors, and let's get right into this tournament as always. Kicking us off on stage 1 is Zevwar, a newcomer. He's onto the Gilded Cage, just about gets into it. Now the only new obstacle on this stage, the log grip. Gotta go down the track, which he is doing. And he defeats the log grip just barely. Oh, what a save jump from Zevwar. And now into the circle hammer. This guy is doing pretty good so far. A nice save jump on that log grip. Goes for the dismount of the circle hammer, but he just comes up short. And now we're on to his friend, Revwar. See if he can do better. Gets into the Gilded Cage. Just through the obstacle. I'm gonna do a big crouch jump into the log grip. Rolling down the track, hanging off the back, and he's gonna slip off of the back of the log grip. Now we're on to Nura LLX. 7th appearance for this guy. Jumps into the log grip. He's rolling down the track. And a smooth dismount, unlike Zevwar, now into the circle hammer. We got the thing moving fast, and Nura is through it, now into the jumping spider. This took out a record 17 competitors in the last tournament. Nura jumping on through, goes up for the high jump, and not enough height on that jump, and Nura is out. We're now on to Reina. Also making her 7th appearance. Into the log grip. Gonna use the railing to get some more height. Reina's on the log grip, hanging off the back, and is going to slip off the back. Now we're on to a hot baba. Shooting a plasma pistol. Through the Gilded Cage. Log grip. We'll get through the log grip into the circle hammer. Standing up and shooting it. Well, a hot baba slips off the back of the circle hammer. Turning on to faults. Gets into the Gilded Cage. And goes straight into the log grip. A sprint jump. That's not really a good strat, but he's able to make it work. Gets the dismount of the log grip. He's gonna left side, the circle hammer. Got it moving pretty good. The dismount, no issues. Now gonna go into the jumping spider. Already 0 for 1. Faults gets up to the high ledge. In the dismount, and Faults is onto the sea serpents. Gets a beautiful bounce into the second serpent, going straight for the third. Now just the dismount remains, but Faults is unable to get it. He just comes up short. Still a good attempt at stage 1 as he did not get enough height off that bounce. He is out. So we're now on to Caesary. 9th appearance. Working that black and pink color scheme. Into the log grip. Caesary goes for an early dismount, able to get it. Now the circle hammer. Saw a fellow Fotis helmet wearer fail that obstacle. Caesary is into the jumping spider. And he's unable to get into the first ledge. Turn on to Obey Girly. Obey Girly hasn't had the best runs on this course. Still looking for a breakout run. It's the log grip. Obey Girly goes for an early dismount. Gets a save jump, but loses control. And she is out. So we're now on to Demon Queen. Hasn't competed in a while. See how she can do. Oh, she fails the first jump on the Gilded Cage. Very unfortunate as we're now into Chizuru. Cleared back in Tournament 3 as a newcomer. Hasn't had success since then. He's sliding, uses the railing to get onto the log grip, but he comes up short of it. And Chizuru is out early on stage 1. The second obstacle, the log grip, takes him out. And I believe he failed the second obstacle last tournament too. Into a newcomer, Cicerco. He's off on the gilded cage. Now the log grip. He gets into it. Now walking with the log grip. Beautiful dismount. And the newcomer's onto the circle hammer. Now some issues, get it moving. He's got it going now. Just dismount. He's through into the jumping spider. Going for the left side. He gets a save jump. Now he's going for the jump upward. Oh, he's going for the jump upwards and he fails. That was a weird failure. So we're now to Bansby, who cleared 2 tournaments ago. Jump Bansby! Oh my goodness! He failed the second obstacle in the last tournament, and now he's done even worse, failing the first jump. Unbelievable, as we're now on to Zerta. He knows what it's like to fail the first obstacle. Before last tournament, he had never beaten it, but he gets through it 2 tournaments in a row. Now onto the log grip. He failed the moon phases in the last tournament. Let's see if he can get a personal best, but he's not going to. So we're now on to Nashi 12. XII, whatever you want to say. Nashi gets the dismount with the gilded cage. She had a pretty decent run in the last tournament, failing the Sea Serpents. She's hanging off the back of the log grip. Oh wow, some lag going on. She is through into the circle hammer. Crouching down, getting it moving. The dismount. Nashi's got it. And now the jumping spider. Goes for the right side. Gets a save jump. Jump up top. Nashi. Oh, that's a bad dismount and gets too deep into the water. And now she's out in the Sea Serpents. Into has-beens. He just sprints into the log grip. That's so risky. This guy cleared 2 tournaments ago, failed the last obstacle stage 1 in the last tournament, getting tied for 7th, I believe. And he gets the dismount. Now, the jumping spider. Bounces, gets into the first ledge, jumps across, jumps up. Beautiful jumping spider attempt. He's onto the Sea Serpents and he just died. What? He just collapsed into the water. What did happen here? Oh, he crouched for some reason. Okay, that is very unfortunate and unnecessary. As you're on to a newcomer, Salty Cracker. Barely gets into the gilded cage. Gets the dismount though. The log grip now. Jumps into it, and oh, that's a Chizuru failure right there. Just opposite side to the log grip. We're on to Arisha's. Ooh, wow, got bounced there by the gilded cage. That was a very, very sketchy attempt at that obstacle. It's on the log grip. And an early dismount, not going to get enough momentum for it. So we're on to Ioku, making his 10th appearance here today. Those 9 previous stage 1 failures. So many good runs in there. Maybe today can be the day for Ioku. And he gets the dismount. Circle hammer. Got it moving nicely. Ioku's through the circle hammer. Now into the jumping spider. Goes for the right side. Jump across. And oh no, doesn't get a jump on that lower ledge. Hit like the middle part of it. But anyways, we're on to Carolina. Believe he fed the circle hammer in the last tournament. Gets into the log grip. Getting off the back, but he gets the dismount. Now time for revenge. Failed to dismount this in the last tournament. Left side. And he gets it this time. Now into the jumping spider for Carolina. Just gets into the first ledge. Going up top. Gets the save jump. 25 seconds into the sea serpents. He gets on the second serpent just barely. And now the third serpent. Just the dismount remains. Carolina comes up short on the dismount. And he is out on the sea serpents as we are now into fairness. Failed the jumping spider in the last tournament. Now jumping into the log grip. A lot of competitors hanging off the back of this thing, but fairness gets through. Now the circle hammer. Crouching down, looks like he's hanging off the back of that too. But he gets this mount. Now time for some revenge. Come on, fairness. Fairness, he's gonna skip the top ledge. Similar to Caesar in the last tournament, but fairness comes up short on the sea serpents. Number 21 is Dottie. She is off on stage 1. On the log grip. And she falls off the back of it. Dottie's out early. Trying to Azia Kumai. 8th appearance. It's the dismount of the gilded cage. Gonna use the railing. Gets onto the log grip. Pulling on down. And oh, he hangs on for too long. Hits the end of the stopper there. And he slips off the back. So we're now into TNA Cobras. Missed the last tournament. But in tournament 9, he got all the way to the final obstacle of stage 1, the rope climb. Hopefully he can do better than Azia Kumai. He does. Onto the circle hammer. Beat it in tournament 9. He's going to beat it here again today. Now the jumping spider, such a difficult obstacle. TNA Cobras gets up top, makes it look easy. Now onto the sea serpents. And he comes up short of the second serpent. The sea serpents is such a killer. Turn on to Navai. 11th appearance, been in every tournament. She is yet to beat stage 1. She's into the log grip. Goes for the dismount. Gets it. Now the circle hammer. And Vi usually, whenever she runs, at least gets like halfway through stage 1. She is done right now. Now onto the jumping spider. Such a difficult obstacle, as I said. Cobra's able to beat it, but Navai is out. Marking the halfway point of this tournament is the competitor who beat stage 1 in the last tournament, Tufei. Tufei started off in tournament 2, her second appearance, getting a stage 1 clear early on, going out on the swap Sam ladder dismount. But after that, she had her struggles with stage 1, throwing the X-Spider in tournament 5, Sea Serpents in 7. But in tournament 8, she got back to the second stage, missed tournament 9, but cleared again in the last tournament, where she would go out at another salmon ladder, this time just the normal salmon ladder. Tufei making her 10th appearance, missed tournament 9, but we'll say this might be the last we see from Tufei for a while. I think she is going away for a bit. So if this is last run for a while, make it a good one, Tufei. 24 consecutive stage 1 failures. Tufei gets through the circle hammer, now into the jumping spider. So left goes up top. Tufei doesn't get the height, and Tufei is out on the jumping spider of stage 1. She has failed stage 1 yet again. After getting 2 consecutive appearances clears in a row, she is out now. We're on to another newcomer, Yuxi. He's off through the gilded cage into the log grip. He's got the dismount. Now the circle hammer. Going around the left side. Dismount. No troubles. Now the jumping spider going for the left side. Just gets a save jump, taking a few on the lower ledge, going up top, but Yuxi doesn't even get a save jump off it and fails it. Turn on to Utah J Soot. Cleared in Tournament 8. Gotta clear here today or his rank's going back down to regular. The log grip, no issues for Utah. Into the circle hammer. Struggling to get it moving. It's going pretty slow for him. Picks up the pace at the end. Now the jumping spider stands in his way. I believe it took him out in the last tournament. But Utah handles it well today. Now the sea serpents go straight for the second one. Gets it just about. Now the jump to the third, but Utah gets too far deep into the water and he is out. As we're on to Naxxes, who only competed once on this course before. It was a while ago too. But she is back. Into the log grip. I think it's a she, it might be a he. Again, one of the competitors who doesn't have a mic, so I don't know. Now on the log grip. Or not the log grip, the circle hammer, my bad. Beats the circle hammer. Into the jumping spider. Gets into it. Naxxes not doing so bad. Gets up to the top ledge on her fourth save jump. And Naxxes is on the Sea Serpents. An impressive showing so far, but it's going to come to an end on the Sea Serpents. As we're on to a competitor who has not competed in like 10 tournaments. Maybe a little less, Amnesia. He failed the first obstacle when he competed, and he's already done better than that. Now onto the log grip. Beats that as well. Now onto the circle hammer. Amnesia is flying through it. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh, what a save jump. That was crazy. Onto the jumping spider for Amnesia. And he bounces off the wall. Unfortunate. As we're on to Buble, who was wearing a different color besides blue for once. That is interesting. He's now a banana. As he's going to try to get onto that ledge to get up top to the log grip. Which he does. Rolls down the track. And he slips off the back of it. Buble is out. We're now on to Luza. Let's see how he can do. And he just completely aimed in the wrong direction. That was very bad. Okay. Well, now we're on to Avrios. Failed the moon phases in the last tournament. It was a surprisingly early exit considering in tournament 9 he got to the last obstacle of stage 1. He's got the log grip in his way, but he's able to defeat the second obstacle this tournament. He is on to the circle hammer. Breezes through that. Now the jumping spider. It's a good bounce. Going full throttle so far. Takes an extra save jump on the spider. Now gonna line up the Sea Serpents. Gets a huge bounce in the second. Straight into the third. Now straight for the dismount. Avrios is the first competitor to attempt the warped ring this tournament. And he goes straight for it. So much height. And Avrios on his 7th appearance gets his first stage 1 clear. Avrios has done it. And he breaks the record for the longest it takes for somebody to get their first clear. It took 6 tournaments for Nightblade and Wolf Shinobi, I believe. But now Avrios has done it on his 7th appearance. What a run from this competitor. He showed it a couple tournaments back. He had the capabilities of clearing, and now he has just demonstrated it here today in tournament 11. And finally, after 32 runs, we have our first clear. It took 34 in the last tournament, so I guess we're doing a little better. So we have Honored One, a newcomer on this course right now. He is floating on the log grip and he is out. Speaking of Nightblade, here he is. Number 34. He failed stage 1 for the first time since tournament 5 in the last tournament, going out at the hands of the Jumping Spider. And he gets through the log grip easily. Now the Circle Hammer. Shooting it. He's got it. Now the Spider. Nightblade gonna go the opposite side this time around. And he just replicated his failure from the last tournament. Nightblade fails to get a jump on the lower ledge. The only difference is that it was the opposite side of the wall. And Nightblade is once again at the hands of the Jumping Spider. That is a shocking failure. Turn on to Kokei, who also had a shocking failure on the Jumping Spider in the last tournament. He has beaten stage 1 so many times on this course. I believe he is 7 for 10, I might be wrong. Gets through the log grip though. Now onto the Circle Hammer. Shooting it. It's moving a little nicely, and now he's onto the Jumping Spider. Goes to the right side, to the left, gets a save jump on like Nightblade. And he is onto the Sea Serpents. Oh, that's not a good run up. Kokei comes up short on the Sea Serpents. He rushed it and he paid the price for it. He went straight for it with barely any momentum, and Kokei is out on stage 1 again. So we're now on to Zamperia. 10 appearances, 0 stage 1 clears. Hopefully today will be the day she can clear on her 11th. Onto the log grip. She gets the dismount. Now the Circle Hammer stands in her way. Oh, she is all over the ball. She is going very slow on this obstacle. Super sketchy. Gets the dismount. Now onto the Jumping Spider. Zamperia. Jumping back and forth. Gets up top. Oh, that was a bad save jump. Why did she do that? She is out. We're on to Nazpika. Had a good run in the last tournament. Not enough to clear though. Onto the log grip. Nazpika gonna crouch down now, standing up. Gets through the obstacle. Into the Circle Hammer. And Nazpika, the dismount. Got that. Alright, now he's in the Jumping Spider. Jumps early though. That is not a good jump, but somehow gets into the Spider. Now jumps up top. Gets a save jump, but gets pushed away, and Nazpika is out. So now on to our final newcomer of the tournament, Cats. Cats is on the course. He almost just failed the gilded cage. Gets the dismount. Now sprints into the log grip. Rolling on down. The dismount just about gets it. Now the Circle Hammer. Gonna go around the left side. And he defeats the Circle Hammer, lining up for the Spider now. He's at a good angle. Gets into the Spider. Look at him go. And he sticks to one side going up. And he's on to the Sea Serpents. And he is out. Just like Hazbins, he crouched down. And he just drowned. Probably crouching to line himself up. But unfortunately, it just didn't work out for him. So we're on to Ane. Ane's been around since the start. Missed a couple of tournaments. He's on the log grip right now. And he is through the log grip. Now the Circle Hammer. Shooting it. It's kind of a pole whip. Barely gets the dismount of the Circle Hammer. And now the Jumping Spider. And he doesn't even jump. The first competitor to ever clear Stage 1 in Era 1 and Stage 1 in Era 2, it's Kaguya. Kaguya cleared back in Tournament 1, as I said, but he has struggled with Stage 1 since then, except for the last tournament. Kaguya, wearing number 34, was able to be the first competitor to defeat Stage 1 of this era. It was a very special moment. And on Stage 2, he put up his personal best run, going out at the hands of the Sending Pipes. Kaguya, number 40. Only have one clear so far. But number 40 also cleared in the last tournament with 2 It's a lucky number so far. See if Kaguya can do something with it. And he is hanging off the back of the log grip, but he gets through it. Now into the circle hammer. One around the left side as well. And he will defeat the circle hammer. Now the jumping spider. Always an obstacle to be worried about. Left side to the right. He's gonna go to the other side. And he gets through it. Now the sea serpents. Kaguya gets a huge bounce. Goes to the third serpent. Now just the dismount remains. And Kaguya gets it just about. 12 seconds left. He has time for the warped ring. Can he go back to back? Kaguya, no, he comes up short on the warped ring. And Kaguya will not go back to Stage 2. He just didn't get enough height and he is out. Next up is a guy who hasn't competed in a while, Marfix. Gets through the gilded cage onto the log grip. He's going down. Marfix goes for an early dismount and he's not going to get enough momentum for the platform. Round 2, Mia Lakilla. I believe this is her first appearance since Tournament 1 or 2. It's been a long time. She's on the log grip. Just saw Marfix fill it, so let's see if she can get by it. She does. On circle hammer. Already all over that ball. Oh, and she slips off the back of it. So we're now on to It's Aura, making her 10th appearance. Cleared back in Tournament 7. Gets onto the log grip. And is through it, no issues. It's Aura into the circle hammer now. It's Aura failed the last obstacle, Stage 1 last tournament, getting tied for 7th place. Gets the dismount of the circle hammer, now into the jumping spider. Going for that left side. Just gets it. Gets up top. Yes, It's Aura's got it. Oh, but a bad save jump, and look at the lag. Oh my goodness. It's Aura's gone. So we're now on to Hauze. He beat Stage 1 in the last tournament, only 1 of 6 to do so. Before going out at the hands of the metal spin. He got 3rd place. See if he can get back there. He's on the circle hammer right now. Hauze is looking good. He's through the circle hammer. Now the jumping spider. Going for the right side. Going up top. Hauze comes up short and doesn't get enough height on the jumping spider. And he is out on Stage 1. A shocking failure here as he just didn't get enough height. And Hauze for the 2nd time in 3 tournaments, or actually 3rd time in 4th maybe, that he's failed Stage 1. Hauze, that's rough. Coming off of his first ever first place finish is the veteran Condrith. Condrith has beaten Stage 1 many times on this course, but he really struggled with the 2nd stage. Tournament 4, he almost beat Stage 1 in that tournament. I was unable to do so, failing the Sea Serpents. Tournament 6, he would once again fail the Sea Serpents. And then another close call here, getting to Stage 2, failed the rope climb. But Tournament 9, Condrith, he was able to break through on Stage 2, destroying it. And on that third stage, his first ever appearance on it, getting all the way to the hang climb. It was a very impressive showing. In the last tournament, he was one jump away from getting a return trip to stage 3, but it was still good enough for first place. And Condrith is back for his 11th appearance. Let's see how he can do. Condrith obviously getting his best performance 2 tournaments ago. Still got 5th though. And then the last tournament, just failing the last jump of stage 2, earned him first place. He's been doing really good lately, his last 2 tournaments. So let's see how he can do in tournament 11. Right now he is through the circle hammer, lining up for the jumping spider. Going for the right side, got it. We're still only at 1 of 44 right now on stage 1. This is the worst we have seen it ever on this course. But Condrith is getting through the Sea Serpents. Just the dismount remains, and Condrith has it. 15 seconds left. But this obstacle took out Kaguya. But Condrith gets it perfectly, and Condrith for the 3rd tournament in a row is moving on to stage 2. What an unbelievable performance. This guy's been on fire. And once again, he will be advancing to the 2nd stage, the first person to go back-to-back in this era. And Condrith, it was just smooth and steady. It was only half the time Avrios had, but it didn't matter. It's Condrith, for maybe the 7th time now, is moving on to stage 2. I'm not exactly sure on his record, but it's definitely over 50%. Got the warp ring beautifully, didn't need that much height. Now, let's kick off the All-Stars. One of 5 competitors to be named an All-Star for Season 2 of this course is Nzika. Nzika, he began his career back in Tournament 4, failing the dismount Stage 2, the final jump, but then on his very next appearance, he got all the way to the final stage, the first ever final on this course, where he failed, and then after that he failed Stage 3 in Tournament 6, and ever since then he has not been able to get back to Stage 3. He has had multiple Stage 2 failures, and that one Stage 1 failure 2 tournaments ago. In the last tournament, he just didn't even get a jump for the metal spin, getting him 4th place. But Nzika, an All-Star here. I will explain. All-Star seasons will go every 10 tournaments, so 11 through 20 is one season, and 21 through 30 is another season. Every 10 tournaments, the All-Stars will reset. There will always be 5 All-Stars. And Nzika, oh my goodness, what a save jump. That was insane on the log grip. Should be focused on Nzika's run right now, because he is all over the place right now, all over that ball and the circle hammer. Nzika, he goes for an early dismount, and Nzika doesn't get the dismount. And Nzika is out on the circle hammer. And for only the 2nd time in his career, he will not be advancing to stage 2. You've got to be kidding me. Speed kills on stage 1. He tried to go for an early dismount, and it just didn't work out. And he is out on stage 1 for the 2nd time in 3 tournaments. Next up is the 2nd All-Star, Satreya. Satreya, when he got to stage 3 for the first time in Tournament 4, was able to get 1st place, and the following tournament followed up with a cliffhanger failure. But Tournament 6 is when he put on his worst performance to date, when he went out at the hands of the X-Spider on stage 1. And then the following tournament, he almost failed stage 1 again, getting the slowest ever clear time on any stage, clearing stage 1 about 7/100ths of a second left. 2 tournaments later, we would see Satreya on the final stage, where he would tie with Resumed, timing out and failing simultaneously on the final stage. In the last tournament, he had a shocking failure on the Sea Serpents though. He is looking to bounce back, and those colors, those are the colors he wore in Tournament 6 when he had his worst run ever, so that might not be good, but we'll see. Satreya's on the log grip. Satreya gets through the log grip. Now the circle hammer, it has taken out some good competitors in the past, and we just saw Nzika fail in All-Star, but Satreya will avenge him. He's going for the jumping spider now. handling it well, goes straight for the dismount. The jump he just failed in the last tournament. Satreya, he gets it this time. Now the third Serpent going straight for the dismount. He gets the dismount. Now Satreya, the warped ring with 15 seconds left. He gets so much height, and Satreya is going to do it once again for the 7th time. He is going to stage 2, and he is the first All-Star to clear stage 1, and he is only the 3rd finisher on stage 1 at number 47. This absolutely brutal stage, and Satreya has done it, proving why he deserves to be an All-Star. 6.7 seconds left. That's all he needed. And Satreya, we will be seeing you on stage 2 for a lucky number 7th time. And the third All-Star, it is the Catalyst, as I call her, Resumed. Resumed for the first time ever in Tournament 5, was able to get to stage 3 after failing stage 2 4 tournaments in a row. On that stage in that tournament, she would fail the transfer on the crazy cliffhanger. In the tournament following, she would do the same thing, but in Tournament 7, she would fail the second obstacle of stage 3. And after that, though, Resumed, after failing stage 1 in Tournament 8 for the first time, she would get to the final stage in Tournament 9, where, as I mentioned, she would do the same as Satreya on the final stage. But in the last tournament, Resumed, for only the 2nd time in her career, went out on stage 1, this time at the hands of the Jumping Spider. Well, last time we saw Resumed get revenge on the first stage, she got the speed record on stage 1 and got to the final stage, so she kinda has a good track record for bounce back tournaments. Let's see how Resumed can do on stage 1 this time. Now I'm just going to throw this out there, I don't think she's going to beat stage 1 with 25 seconds left, because I don't think that's humanly possible, as she would have to do so within about the next 10 seconds. So, Resumed, for revenge on the Jumping Spider. She gets the jump she failed, she just destroyed the Jumping Spider, and now the Sea Serpents get so much height, going to the 3rd, lining up the dismount, and Resumed is through onto the warped ring. She's going straight into it, not lining up or anything. And Resumed, she's not going to get the fastest time, but she is going back to stage 2 for the 9th time in her career. And the All-Star will become the 4th finisher on stage 1 here today. Resumed, just like Satreya, overcoming her demons. Jumping Spider is no match for Resumed today. And then just no hesitation on the warped ring. Everything was beautiful, and Resumed has done it again. Arguably the greatest competitor in Next Level Jumping history, it's Jelly. Of course she was going to be an All-Star, and would never doubt that. Jelly, she's just been unstoppable. Tournament 6 was her first time ever getting to the final stage, where she struggled immensely on the salmon ladder before failing. Jelly. After that, she would go on a spree of 2 consecutive chain seesaw failures. But that didn't stop her. The very next tournament, she was on the final stage for the 2nd time, getting that record, where she would become one of 3 competitors to fail it, almost winning, just a second away. But Jelly in the last tournament, with one of the most shock horses history, after defeating stage 1 for her 10th tournament in a row, she would go out at the hands of the wall lift. Even though that was a shocking failure, it still earned her 2nd place. Jelly has never finished outside of the top 3 on this course. She has been phenomenal. Even when she has a bad tournament like last time, 2nd place. And the fact that a final obstacle of stage 2 is a bad tournament for Jelly is crazy, but that's just how good she is. And right now she's on the Circle Hammer. A fellow All-Star and Zika failed it. But the other 2 All-Stars that have ran have both cleared. And Jelly right now wanting to extending her clear record to 11 would be amazing. Right now she's on the Jumping Spider. Now it was textbook right there. Sea Serpents. She's done it in every tournament. And right now she is making it look easy. Just the dismount, gets the dismount. And now, again, 15 seconds left. That seems to be the normal pace of the warped ring. She gets so much height. And Jelly, for the 11th tournament in a row, is just absolutely amazing. Defeating stage 1. She is going back to stage 2. I don't understand how she does it. 11 in a row. This is such a difficult stage 1. Only the 5th clear in 49 runs. But Jelly just dominates. No issues throughout the run. Everything was clean. And that's just how Jelly rolls. Jelly, we will be seeing you on the 2nd stage for the 11th time. And of course, you could not finish the All-Stars without the Grand Champion Lucid Dreams. Lucid Dreams, like Jelly, in the first 9 tournaments, beat stage 1 every single time, including having multiple stage 3 appearances, tournaments 3 and 4. Failed stage 2 though in back-to-back tournaments after that, but got to stage 3 again in tournament 7, where she would go out at the transfer on the crazy cliffhanger. And she would follow up that performance with another stage 3, failing the chain seesaw this time. And then after that, Lucid Dreams, she got to the final stage, tournament 9, one of 4 people to do so. And on that final stage, she made history, became the grand champion that she is now. But in the last tournament, Lucid Dreams had the most shocking failure in this course's history, going for 10 stage 1 clears in a row. But she failed just the second to last jump of stage 1. It was such a heartbreaking defeat, but now Lucid Dreams, as the 5th All-Star, it'd still be great to get 10 stage 1 clears. She'd be only the 2nd to do so, and she's the grand champion, still number 50. And let's see how she can do. Right now, she's got to deal with a log grip, which she handles no issues, cutting right into the circle hammer. Lucid Dreams crouching, shooting that thing, and gets a nice pull whip, easily gets the dismount. Now the jumping spider. Lucid Dreams gets into the first, going to the right side. Lucid doesn't get a jump. Lucid Dreams is out on the jumping spider. What? For the 2nd tournament in a row, Lucid Dreams is out on stage 1. And she has just put up yet again her worst performance ever on this course. Lucid Dreams, similar to Nightblade's failure, just didn't even get a jump, going back to the other side on the jumping spider. That is absolutely insane. And this means, for the first time, only 5 competitors moving on to stage 2. That is the lowest ever. With the jumping spider doing the most damage, not quite 17 failures, but 15. Still insanely difficult. And as I mentioned, only 5 clears. That is a record low. As Avrio is the first one to do it, got the fastest time, followed by Condrith, Satreya, Resumed, and Jelly. Well, kicking us off on stage 2 is the only competitor attempting it for the first time. It is Avrio's. The stage only has 1 new obstacle, the 3rd obstacle. Right now it's the slider swing for Avrio's. Time limit was cut down by only 2 seconds. Let's see how Avrio's can do on the salmon ladder. Jumping up. This took out Tufei in the last tournament. But Avrio's handles it well. Now he's onto the new obstacle, the hourglass drop. Goes to the slider, gotta hit a bouncer, get back into another head slide. 1 final bouncer, and he is through that. And now the metal spin's been modified. It's a little bit easier. Avrios gets a save jump, but he can't pull it back, and he is out on the metal spin. So we're now on to Condrith. Condrith failed just the last jump of stage 2 in the last tournament. This is very depressing. Condrith has a chance to be the first ever stage 2 clear of this era. He's done all the other obstacles besides the hourglass drop. Let's see if he can get there now. He's climbing up the salmon ladder. No issues. Alright, into the hourglass drop. Goes for that first bouncer, gets into the head slide. Last bouncer, Condrith has got it. Now the metal spin though, just took out Abrios. Condrith also going for the right side, gets a save jump, and he's on the bar. Now just the dismount, Condrith, he's got it, and he's back to the wall lift. This is what took him out in the last tournament. Can he overcome his demons? Condrith, the first wall, he's got that. And now the one that took out Jelly in the last tournament, the second wall. Condrith, he gets that one, and now just one wall left. Come on, Condrith. Avenge your failure. He's got it. Condrith is going to stage 3. And he is the first clear on stage 2 in this era. Condrith has done it. 8.6 seconds left. And for the second time in 3 tournaments, Condrith is moving on to the 3rd stage. He avenges everyone on stage 2. No one defeated this stage in the last tournament, and he was able to do so here today. The metal spin, always tough, especially this new version. He was able to overcome it, and then the wall lift. One of the greatest competitors on this course failed it. And Condrith, another one of the greatest competitors, failed this jump in the last tournament. But he had it down today, and he is going back to stage 3 with that 360. Well done, Condrith. Well, we are on to Satreya. Satreya has a pretty good track record on this stage. He has only failed it twice, I believe, and both times was the first and second obstacle, so he's pretty good at the back half of stage 2. I believe he is 4 of 6 on it, so let's see. Right now he's doing the salmon ladder. That was no issues for him. Now the hourglass drop. Satreya gets a beautiful bounce into the second head slide. The dismount, he's got it. Now the metal spin. He's also going to go for the right side. Satreya, he comes up short of the metal spin. Satreya was one of the few competitors to never fail this obstacle, but now it has just taken him out. He just didn't get enough distance, which is actually the jump that was made easier. The mount onto it. But Satreya is out on the metal spin for the first time ever. And this woman has a lot of history with that obstacle. It took her out in tournament 1. She failed again in tournament 3. Let's see how Resume can do at her first shot at this era stage 2. Resume takes a save jump on the salmon ladder. Oh, a little bit of lag. It's alright, British connection, not too bad. She flies up the salmon ladder though, into the hourglass drop. It's the bounce into the head slide, she's got it. And the dismount, no issues. Alright, metal spin, she's gonna go for the left side. She gets a save jump beautifully. Look at that. Oh, almost slipped off the back. She goes for an early dismount. Resumed is unable to make the dismount. And she is out on stage 2 for the first time since tournament 4. She's beaten this stage like 4 times. The last 4 times she's gotten here. But now just a dismount, the metal spin takes her out. And she's failed that obstacle for the 3rd time now. Well, we are down to the last competitor on stage 2 already. It's 1 of 4 right now. Jelly, she wants to make it 2 clears. She definitely has the ability to beat this stage 2. Almost did in the last tournament. It'd be incredible if she could get her 9th stage 2 clear. Right now, she's going up the salmon ladder. Struggle with this other version on the final stage, but she gets up it. Into the hourglass drop. She gets that. Final bouncer. No issues. Alrighty, all of our competitors have gotten to the metal spin. She's going to go for the left side. Jelly. Jelly coming up short on the metal spin. Jelly. She is out on the metal spin for the first time in 10 tournaments. And that is actually her worst ever performance on this course. She didn't even get the save jump off of it. Just like Satreya, she came up short. And Jelly is out on stage 2 for the 2nd tournament in a row. Unbelievable. as Condrith is her only survivor on stage 2, and he just guaranteed himself a second first place finish in a row. Unbelievable. Well, we're going to get a first look at stage 3. Condrith has got to carry this tournament forward on his own. It all begins with a half and half. You got to stay on the left side, the right side's a kill barrier. Condrith is full sending it, that's the technique, and he gets through it. Now the Tarzan jungle. These are free moving ropes. They go in all sorts of different directions, and he has already got him off centered. This is not good for Condrith. And he runs off the rope. Condrith is out early on stage 3, and the tournament has just come to an end. Yeah, that rope was all over the place. Not the greatest technique he had. Actually, it was pretty bad, but it was just off-centered when he tried to go for the jump, and he didn't even get a jump. But Condrith once again prevails with a first-place finish throughout this era. He's 2 for 2 on getting first in it, and at least he got to stage 3, even if he went out early. The Condrith is gone on the Tarzan jungle. Now, does he end of Tournament 11? We finally got a Stage 3, but it was short-lived. But I thank you all so very much for watching Tournament 11, and I will see you all very soon for Tournament 12 of Next Level Jumping. Farewell, everyone.